Hi, I am Naveed. I am a web developer and I have been building web apps since 2012. You're watching a video summary of an article that I wrote about React. The reason I wrote this article is the fact that the hype culture is misleading a lot of new developers. There are a lot of YouTubers and tech influencers who say good things about React just because it's popular and making content for people who are interested in React benefits their business. Luckily, I am not an influencer. I am just a web developer and I want to share what I have learned without any bias. I have been asked to choose React for new projects countless times. And when I ask why, they usually don't have a reason except that React is the most popular thing out there. Now, I was able to convince most of my clients and my bosses to use better front end frameworks, so I thought maybe this video will help more people to make better decisions who either want to have their app built or the developers that are building it. Now, there are a lot of haters for basically everything. Everybody has some things that they don't like. There are a lot of people that just don't like React. I like to think that I am not among those people. My arguments are not based on what I don't like in React. What I have tried in this article is to prove objectively that React is not the best choice to build front-end UIs. And since there are better choices out there to do the things that React does, there is no point in using React for new projects. I do acknowledge in this article that React was a great tool before Vue 3 and Svelte came out. But these newer frameworks borrowed the good things from React and combined other best techniques into one framework, so they are miles ahead of React. Vue 3 and Svelte are severely underrated in my opinion. Now, people may have some valid reasons to use React, but it doesn't prove that React is better. If people are eating unhealthy food for any reason, it doesn't mean you should too. So, what is my argument against React? My argument is based on the fundamental question of why you choose React over other choices like Svelte or Vue. If you are the product owner, what is your goal? And if you are the developer, what would you look for in the tool? In my experience, the product owner basically only care about getting things done. So anything that makes the development team more productive is the best for them, which means that productivity is the deciding factor for product owners. Second factor that they are usually concerned about is the developer availability, so that it's easier to replace developers on an ongoing project. The developers, on the other hand, are usually concerned with the DX. They just want their life to not suck in the process. They want the tool that helps them solve problems as conveniently as possible. Now, if the developers and the product owners are not naive, they also consider scalability and maintainability as a factor. They make sure that the project is done the right way so that it's not a pain to maintain it or build new features on top of it. So these are the four most important factors when choosing a framework. I haven't considered performance here because number one, React is not the most performant framework, and number two, 99% of the time, the difference in performance doesn't really matter. And although React loses this battle, I'm not going to count it against React. React is the least productive tool for building front-end applications. I have narrowed this down to two main reasons. One, there are a lot of pitfalls in React about which you have to be really careful, or else you'll either introduce bugs or the performance will suffer. You can read the article for examples, but consider this. You can find dozens of videos on YouTube on how to optimize React for performance, but you will see no such videos for other frameworks because those frameworks take care of it for you. The second reason React isn't productive is the lines of code that you have to write to do anything. There is a lot of unnecessary boilerplate code that you have to write, and it's just not fun. React overcomplicates things so much that you are just lost. Now, most React developers typically respond with something like, well, I don't have any problems with React. I like working with React, and if you know React well enough, you can write good React code. This is such an oversimplification. It's not about what you like or what I like. It's about what tool offers more convenience and rapid application development. Just because you get used to doing things the hard way doesn't mean you should accept that as your only option. Another argument that I hear from a lot of people is that React is intentionally kept close to JavaScript, and when you switch to these other frameworks, they use magic, and that React improves your JavaScript skills because you're always writing JavaScript and improving your JavaScript skills. This is such a lame argument. The primary job of these tools is to help you build things faster and easier, or else you should just be using vanilla JavaScript. It's not the job of the front end framework to teach you JavaScript. Your job as a developer is to solve problems. You get paid to solve problems, not to learn JavaScript. You should learn JavaScript first and then look for a job. Now, the only thing going on for React is developer availability. React is popular, so there are more React jobs, and hence more people wanting to learn React, and hence more YouTubers and content creators making React tutorials and React courses. This creates a snowball effect. But this is the very problem that inspired me to write this article. It should not be this way. We should not be hyping up worst things. By the way, Vue is very quickly catching up to React in terms of job availability. So you should not be worried about your career if you switch to Vue. In the end, if you got offended, I'm sorry. If you disagree with what I said or if you think that I missed something, please educate me with logical reasoning, of course. Please don't just say that React is good because it's popular, or React is good because I like JSX, or React is good because there are more React jobs. I encourage you to read the article before any counter arguments. The article may have some answers for you. Thank you for watching.